Good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to Beyond Academy and ABLE, that stands for Above and Beyond Leadership Association. And today is July 10th. It's a Sunday afternoon. So welcome everyone to our webinar today. And we try to promote everyone become a panelists. With that said, you can join again when you see that invitation to join come back as a panelist. So your name will be on the panelists, and whenever you have questions, you can ask. Okay, we want a lot of interactions here. So if you are already in the panelists, can you just turn on your video and just so we can see who's there. Turn on your video for everyone who's here today. We want to see your beautiful face. Chelsea, I see you are there. Welcome. Chelsea, right? Is that your name? Chelsea and Rachel. So can everybody just say, turn on your video and just say hello. What's your name? Just say, hey, my name is Chelsea. I'll start with my own. So, hey, my name's Dr. Sherry Hu. I am the host today. So Chelsea, can you talk? Chelsea or Rachel? Okay, so I hope we get a lot of interactions. Okay. Oh, Hubert, can you say hello to everyone?
Hello.
Okay, very good job. Okay, so we have our honored speaker here already. His name is Dr. Xiaobin Wang, Dr. Wang. And I'm so proud we have him here. He is a dad. He's a dad of one of the students who's in our program. And he's the top expert of the whole world in cybersecurity. Right now, his position is a scientist in Amazon. He's also director. And we are very lucky to have him here today to share his career experience. I'll give my platform to him right now. And everybody, if you are there, can you just show your welcome and appreciation to him? All right, good job. Okay, Dr. Wang, it's your turn now. Just go ahead to share with us. Thank you.
Thank you. So I will share my experience and what's our expectation for the freshmen when they join the industry. So I will use Amazon as a practice and explain what's the practice for us and what's the expectation for the new freshman or for the new engineer if you join our team. I prepare some slides, so I will share slides for you so that we can go through together, and I will share my screen.
Please go ahead.
I will share my screen right now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Okay, so today I just share my practice. So if you have any question, you can just ask me and we can discuss for the detail or for something. So now today we want to share in a company like Amazon, what's the level? Because when you join a new company, you need to know what's the level and what's the expectation for the different level so that you know what's your positions and what's your next step. And then I will give just an example. When a graduate student join our team, what's our expectation for him or for her, so that you can prepare well before you join a new company. And some tips when we're working daily, so that you can reference for yourself how to manage your job. So first, let me introduce our business. What's the cloud? Because we focus on cloud. So cloud is like a foundation for all the internet company. That means the cloud service, they should build the network so that you can connect with your customer in the worldwide. So the first the cloud should provide worldwide road or network for you, just like every road you can go to everywhere. And the second is the cloud, they should be built every service for your business. Just like when you want to build your house, you can go to the Home Depot, you can buy everything you want, and then you go back to your home and build your house for your business. So this is a cloud service they are focused. So one, build a road or network, connect with your customer. Second, build rich foundation service or feature so that you can build your business. You don't need to develop every software by yourself. So this is like Amazon, like Google Cloud, like Microsoft Cloud, their job. So based on their job, what's the vision for us? So for example, we can just assume cloud service is just like a cooking infrastructure. Because we are focused on security, so I just use security as examples so that you can easily understood. First, we need to make sure all the infrastructure is security enough. That means when you do the cooking, you have to make sure the infrastructure is security enough, is compliance enough. They can meet any marketing access requirement and government compliance requirement. So this is the first baseline. The second step is your foundation should support your customer so that they can deliver their specific food for their customers. And the third step, you need to manage your food so that it is not just good enough, but also show the visibility, show the good experience to your customer. So in general, we provide our cloud foundation is the same like a cooking infrastructure business. So just an example. So back to our security is like we need to help our customer manage their code, their data, and their infrastructure. Even they run their business in our cloud. Just like when you rent a house or you buy a house to do your business, you don't build your house, but you need to make sure you fully manage the house by yourself. You manage the key, the door, the window, the power, the water, everything. Even I provide the foundation for you. So this is what we are doing right now. So I just gave a quickly introduce for you what we are doing right now and why. So based on this use case, we design our security principles. So this is just examples you can reference. And every different company, they have a different principles. And this is just show you when you join a company, when you need a business, how to do the job, how to drive the strategy to implement in your company. So I don't go to the details, but this is just an example when we're doing right now. So if someone you're interested in security, we can discuss offset. So, okay, so this is just a high-level introduce for cloud service. Now we're back to organization. When we join a new company, how to clarify your position and what's the level and what's the expectation for the different level. So for example, for the top level, they should respond for the business. That means they should know what's the customer expectation for our business and how to meet the customer's expectations. And then they should hire some person to implement to meet the customer's expectations. So the top level respond for business. The middle level, they should implement some strategy, they should design some strategy to achieve the goal for our customer. For example, for myself, I'm responsible for security. I need security, so I need to make sure our customer can trust our cloud platform. And what's our strategies? How to make sure our customer can trust our platform? So our strategy is, so our customers, they can verify and independently control their code, their data, and their infrastructure by themselves. Even they deploy their code in cloud platform. So this is our one of the strategies. So in the middle level, we need to design our strategies and build a team to implement the strategies. So this is, in general, our expectation for the managerial level or for the middle level for the company. And in the operational level, that means based on the strategy, you need to design some program or projects to implement the strategies. And also perhaps you need to build an engineer team or foundation team to run the program. So this is our expectation for the operational level. So normally in Amazon, for example, I can share the intro level, for example, level 1 to level 3 is very foundational level just for some intern. Level 4 to level 6 is operational level. So they should implement the program based on the strategies. And then level 7 to level 8, this is a manager level. They should respond for one of the strategy, design the strategy to meet our customer expectation, and build the team to implement the strategies to meet our customer expectations. And the top level, they should manage some of the business. So this is the same for all the international company. So when you join a new company, you can know the expectation, and if you want to go to the next step, how to develop yourself to meet the next level's expectation for your positions. So when you respond for strategy, that means you go to the middle level. When you respond for one of the business, then you meet the executive level to lead one business. So this is, in general, every company, they use the same model to manage the organizations. When you know this organization, then you can design your roadmap. What's your next step? For example, in the first 3 years or 5 years, you need to know clearly for what the organization or operational level skills, and the next level, whether you can try in 1 or 2 years, then you can promote to next level. It's the same. Okay, so this is a standard I just copied from ISO standards from security. So the executive level, they focus on organization risk and business risk. They need to design the business strategy, and the business operation level, they design the strategy and program to meet the business requirement. And the operational level, they do every program to implement the strategies. So this is just a copy from one of the international standards for the risk management. And from security, the main goal is we need to help our business leader to clarify what's your business risk, which risk you want to control by yourself, which risk you want to accept, which risk you want to transfer to your system or ecosystem. And then based on the risk, we design our security strategies, and then help our business leader control their business risk in their acceptance scope. So this is in general, when you take the leader role in a company as a security, we don't just focus on technology. We focus on business risk. Help our business risk leader to control the risk in their acceptance scope. So when we design a strategy, we need to know clearly what's your business risk, what's your strategy, and how to help you control the risk in your acceptance scope. So this is, I think this is can reference for the students or the freshmen. When you join a new company, you can know, hey, what's your level? What's your management expectation for you? And what's the vice president expectation for the team? Now we go to the next topic is what's our expectation for students or freshmen? So this is my summary. So this is not public in the website. So this is just a personal reference for you. So first, we want every student, before you join a company, before you graduate from school or college, you should know clearly how to summarize your job, your research, or your solution, something like that. So that means normally every college, they will require you submit your like a professional paper public in somewhere. So this is a really requirement. When you join a industry, you need to easily and simply summarize your job and report to your leadership. So this is the first one. Whether you have the skills, your framework or template to summarize your job. The second, how to manage a program or project. So you know, when you join a team, perhaps the first need job is for you, you need a project or manage a program. So you need to know how to design a program. What's the life cycle? For example, when we have an idea, how to set up this idea to build a program and how to run a program. So when you are working as an intern, you will join into a program as a team, and you need to know all the life cycle when we manage a program or project. So this is the second requirement or expectation from us. We want our intern know clearly why we design this program or project. What's our expectation for your job? What's the life cycle? What's the timeline for you? What's the result we want you to deliver in your time? So this is the second, manage a program or a project. Before you join an industry, before you graduate from college, you need to know clearly for this program life cycle. The third one is if you do some research, if you want to create or if you want to build a new value for your company, you need to find what's the really requirement for your customers. That means you need to clarify from your customer or social survey, you need to find the really business opportunities. So this is very important. How to find the business opportunity, how to find your customer's new requirement. So this is when we studying in the college, you need to know how to identify what's the really requirement. Normally, when we, for example, working as an advisor for our master's degree students, we will give them a very clear guideline how to identify whether this is a business risk or business requirement, and how to move from business requirement to technical requirement, and then map to technical control list to your solutions. So this is from business risk and requirement to technical control list, technical solution to your evidence. And number four, when you find the problem, when you do some research, summarize your solution, how to protect yourself. So normally we require our students can, for example, apply patents or something like that, protect your research result, so that before you go to the marketing, and you can protect yourself. So this is number four. Normally, when you apply patents in the applying process, you will know what's your core value, what's your core solution. This solution is owned by yourself, is total difference with others. And the last one, how to testing for your patents or for your result. You need to testing in the market, and whether there is one of customer they want to pay for your solutions. If yes, then the next level is you need to find the same customer in the worldwide and to extend your business. So this is a fair expectation for our students when we training or give as a supervisor for our master degree students. And I just share with in here so that you can know if you have a professional experience in these 5 areas. When you join a new team, I think you can handle all the operational level job, and then you can move to the next level. So this is just a personal summary and share with you. So the next is some tips when we're working in daily, especially for example, for our interns, when they join our team, they don't know how to manage themselves, how to design their plan, how to prioritize their job. So the first, how to design your plan. So we use a SMART solution to design your goal. So SMART is when you design your plan should be very specific, and your plan should be achievable and in a timeline. So we always will review with your timeline. So when you commitment your plan, you need to just review your result based on your timeline. So this is very popular in the company. We use the SMART principles to design our goals and give the commitment with our leaders. So you can search in the website for the specific requirement for every SMART, and then you can learn a lot. But this is a very useful tips for us, even for myself. When we design our goal, our plan, we use these principles to review our goals and commitment with our leaders. The second one is for the self-assessment for myself, for ourselves. What's your strength? So normally, when we interview one candidate, we will ask them, what's your strengths and what's your weakness? So for a company, we want to use your strengths. Actually, we want to avoid your weakness. So this is why we want to know what's your strengths. For yourself is the same. When you try to apply a new job, you need to map your skills or your experience to this job's requirement. And then you should tell a very good story. What's your strengths, what's your weakness? And whether you can map your background, your experience to this job. And then you can find what's your opportunities, what's your risk. So this is a normal way when we interview for the freshman or for the candidate. So for yourself, you use these tips to analyze for yourself before you apply any jobs. The last one is how to manage yourself every day, so many tasks, how to priority for your tasks every day. So every day in the morning, when we go to office, we need to put our tasks, our events into these tables, and then focus on the most important but not urgent. So this is your job for long-term successful. So if you focus on very important and urgent issues every day, that means you didn't plan well for your job. You need to focus on at least 80% focus on not urgent but important. And this job is your long-term successful job. So this is we use this way to training for our new engineer, new freshman or interns. And every person, I think, when you use this table, every day you put your task into this table, you can find which task is important for you. Whether you have a good plan for your long-term successful. So in general, if you 80% job is focused on not urgent and important, then you did very good well. So this is the tips.
Can we go back to that time management, because I want to share a little bit about what
okay.
I like this table so much, because this really gave me a way to help me to manage my time. So I just want to share a little bit, because I found that most people somehow they focus so much on urgent things. To give an example, like I know you are all students, right? Most of you are students, and if you just focus on getting the homework done for tomorrow, and you don't have time to really do additional things for your projects, like prepare for your exams, or do your actual curriculum, or think about what college you want to do, right? Those are important things, but may not be due tomorrow. If you have to focus a lot of your energy to some urgent things you have to do, like it's overdue or it's going to be due very quickly, you feel like you always trying, or what to say, like you always worry about something. You feel very stressful, but also you wouldn't be able to have time to handle long-term, more important things. So what I learned is like every day, try to finish something urgent right away, and then dedicate some of my time for longer term, more important goals. If I keep doing this over time, my urgent will be less and less. That's just something I want to share with you. This is important. If you always keep this metric in your mind, always, trying to tell yourself how you need to focus your time on, your energy on, you will have a better schedule. I really feel like this is so important, so I add a few more comments here. Thank you, Dr. Wang.
Yeah, this is very important for us. We use these tools to manage our internal team so that they know clearly what's your top priorities in your daily job, your daily work. So even for our vice president, they also use this way to manage their job. So this is very useful for us. The last one, I want to share how to manage our life cycle. So this is just sometime when we discuss with our students or with our college, how to manage our life cycle so that we can successful. So from my side, as a students, our main job is you need to find what's your interest in. You want to long-term successful. And then you need to find, based on your interest in, which team is the top one in the worldwide. And you need to prepare well to join this team. So this is, I think, as a dreamer or as a student, how to successful to go to a top level team, and this team is doing what you are interested in for long term. So even you are like a PhD, this is not successful. So our self-assessment is whether you really find your interest in, whether you find in these areas the top level team in worldwide, what they are doing right now, whether you can prepare, whether you can do some research and prepare well so that you can join the team. So this is the first step. You should join the top level, top team, which you are interested in. If you successful join the top level team, then I think as a student, you are successful. The second level, when you join a team, how to develop yourself so that you can become a leader in one of the directions. So this is the second step. You should move as quickly as you can. You should learn as quickly as you can so that you can take a leader in one direction in the top level group. So this is how to make sure you can successful in the second step. Okay, when you become a top leader in the group, you should think big how to build your own team and implement your value, deliver your value to the worldwide. So the third level is you should think, take the business leader, build a foundation team, deliver the core value to your customer in worldwide. So you should get more and more team members, and the members need some of them directions and help you to build the business. So this is third level. And when you find the new leaders or your new CEO can replace your position, then you can move to the mentor. You can, for example, just working as an advisor and help the new leader continue successful. And after that, you can continue contribute yourself and continue your interest in for your life cycle. So this is tips for life cycle, how to manage your own life cycle so that you can successful for long term. So this is just tips, or I just copy from website. I also use the same way to training for my students so that they know your goal is not to get a degree from master or PhD. This is not your goal. As a student, your final goal is you should find your interest in. And based on your interest in, which team is top leaders, why they are the top leaders, what they are doing right now, whether you can prepare well so that you can join their team, and become part of them, then we think you are successful as a student. So from my side,
thank you so much. I also want to say having a roadmap is very important for your life, because I know like right now for students, you probably just think of, I want to go to a dream college, right? But go to a dream college is just it's just something you want to do, but your life is much longer than that. Your career is much longer than that. Sorry. So this give you a, like all the way to 90 years old. So this is awesome. So, like after your college, you will have a career. For your career, you want to find opportunities. You want to find a good mentor, right? And also you want to just work hard and, get the success as much as you want to be. And then also you want to mentor others, give back to others. So this is a cycle. It's good to know when you were so young right now. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the last slide I want to share with.
Okay. That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Wang. So maybe now it's time for everyone who's here wants to ask questions to Dr. Wang, because I want to let you know how privileged we have today. He is a top scientist in the whole world for the cybersecurity. Amazon is one of the best companies, and he's very top. He's the director in this industry. So it's hard to have an expert like that. So I want each of you ask questions about career, about whatever you want to ask today. You heard from him. It's your chance. So with that said, I want to ask you, Dr. Wang. So when you started a college in China, what kind of major you took, and how that led to your current career?
So first, when we go to the college, I'm interested for the computing science and technology. So about 25 years ago. So in 25 years ago, the computing is just is not popular like today, but it's very beginning. We just use we don't have a network. We just use a personal computing to develop our software. We need to know what's the hardware, what's software, how to run together. So I think this is a new technology. So I deep dive into the technology and think about if someone to attack the system, how to protect. So began from 25 years ago, I began to research for the security. So and in the future, when I working in the university as a professor, I want to know what's our core value for worldwide. So I transfer from college to the industry. So I want to contribute my research and testing whether someone can pay for my research. So this is why I moved from Peking University to Intel to Amazon. This is a new challenge, and also I think cloud business will continue in the next 30 or 50 years, because this is just the first stage. The first stage is we need to build the networking to connect worldwide. But this is not our final customer requirement. The second step, we need to make sure our physical to digital world. So this is the second step. The third step is how to use AI, machine learning, and big data to summarize our knowledge so that every hour we use our top level knowledge worldwide. And the last step is when the world connect out of the control by the board, by every country, how to manage the country, how to manage the internet. So this is, we think in the next 30 or 50 years, we still need to build the foundation based on cloud business.
So it's a question from people like me who do not really know cybersecurity, these computing technologies. I just my question is, like, you work for the Amazon and we use Amazon every day, day in and day out. They probably know a lot of our data, right? Like they know my credit card numbers, they know my name, my home address, they know what I have bought. So they know a lot of like a secret information I don't want outside world to know. And what are the normal technologies you use, like encrypt my information, and how you help me to make sure my data is confidential?
Okay, so this is a very, very general or very basic principle when we manage our business. So first, we need to make sure you manage your own data asset by yourself. So every service provided to you, the final goal is help every customer can manage their own data, their own code by themselves. So if you can manage those code or data by yourself, then you manage your own money by yourself. So this is the first one. The second one, in tactical solution, is we need to increasing all the time in translate and at rest. So even your own computer, you need to make sure increasing the default, so that every attack, when they access into your computer, even they get your data, you don't know, they don't know what's the information is. So increasing by default, this is the basic requirement. The third suggestion is you need to set the access control by yourself. That means don't share your own contribution to others. So this is, in general, we need to do by ourselves. And beyond for that, don't trust any connect with you before you verify by yourself. Okay. So this is some tips for personal, but for industry is different.
All right, thank you for that tips. So I got a question from Brian. Brian said, what is the best way to demonstrate the ability to identify social issues and protect intellectual property of the 5 expectations for students? Oh, that question is complicated, particularly at a young age. Social issues and product IP of the students.
Okay.
It's the best way to. Do you get that?
Okay, so the 5 expectations for our students, we want our students have those skills or background. The first, they need to know how to do the research. What's the result for your research? Your delivery is you need to summarize your research, public and review by professional experts before your public. So this is the first one. When you do the research, you need to know how to professionally summarize your research. The second is you need to know how to manage a program or a project when you design a program. When you do the research, you need to design the scope of the project. So you need to know the life cycle when you have this idea, how to design the scope, how to design a program or a project, and how to implement step by step, and how to manage the life cycle. The third one is, what's the goal for the program? The goal is to meet a really requirement from your customers. So this is how to find the really requirement from your customer or from society or worldwide. You need to do some survey, or you need to attend or join some practice to know how to find a business requirement and then map to technical requirement and then design your solution to meet this requirement. So this is third implementation. When we training, when we educate our students, we design some program so that our students can find the business requirement and then design the technical requirement and design their solutions. So this is third. Number 4 is when you do all this job, you need to protect yourself before you public for others, before you deliver to your customers. So you need to apply, you need to write a patents and apply the patents and then get the IP protect and then deliver your product or solution to your customers, so that even the other competitor, they copy your solution, they need to pay for you. So this is our summary. So last one is how to testing your research is a really requirement for your customer. Whether you can find one of the customer want to pay for your solution. And then your last job is you find worldwide you find the really customer from worldwide. Find the same customer, do your business. So this is when I take the leader in the Peking University for our master's degree students. We want them have a full life cycle for the training for this file.
Wow, very systematic way to handle the different levels. That's very good, thank you. And are there any questions? You can just unmute yourself and have a dialogue here.
Yeah.
Hubert, you have questions? You can unmute yourself, Hubert.
So, how does like VPN help with cybersecurity?
Okay, VPN just built a security channel for you, but they didn't verify who is you, whether you can access for some resource. So when we design a solution, we need to think about who use what kind of role to do something, use some resource. Can you get it? So we need to design who takes some role, what's the policy, what's the requirement for this role. When someone do something, when you take the action for this actions, what's the requirement for this action? What's the baseline for this action? When you want to use some resource, is the same. What's the policy for this resource if you want to use? So we map the three together. When someone use some resource to do something, they should meet the three requirements together, and then this will happen. So VPN just a part of that, just built a secure channel, but they don't verify your identity, your policy, and your resource, and your tasks. So
Do you recommend that we use it?
yes, this is by default, you need to use VPN so that if I am attacked, I want to learning what you are doing right now, I cannot get the information because it is encryption by default.
Okay, thank you.
Security channel is just when you transfer information, it is encryption by default.
Okay, thank you. A very good question, Hubert. And any other questions? both parents and the students can ask, and you can unmute yourself or you can write your questions in the chat box. So another question I have is, Amazon has a lot of different businesses. It started just by selling books, right? And then it started to be the online platform, sell all kinds of services, and I know there's a cloud services. So for the cybersecurity work you are doing, Dr. Wang, and do you concerned about the cloud services to your clients or other services? Like what's the scope of work for your department?
Okay, so our department, we think just like when you run the business on the cloud, just like you rent a house and use the house to do your business. So our job for our customer is we need to make sure our customer, when they run their business on our cloud platform, they fully manage their resource by themselves. No one from us can access customers' code and data and everything. So without customer approval. So this is a very basic requirement. And from our customer, we want to deliver some tools so that our customer, they can manage their own security by themselves. They can verify by themselves. Just like you need to verify whether your door, your window is closed, whether you manage the key by yourself is the same. So we deliver self-assessment framework or tools so that you can use these tools to verify whether data or the code managed by yourself, only you can give access to others' team. And if anyone access to your code, you can automatically find who is read your code or data, who is using your resource. So this is, in general, we want to deliver to our customers. But there's a long history. They have a long way we need to build. Now we just step by step try our best to make sure our customers, they can trust us. Not just we sign agreement with them, but they can use a technical solution to verify by themselves. Just like you check whether you can manage your door, your window by your key by yourself.
Okay, thank you. I learned so much, but I feel still like I don't quite understand how this cybersecurity works. But that's actually the beauty of what we are doing today. You know, we hear from the top expert about what he's doing for his work, and just very quickly for the rest of you to understand. So Dr. Wang graduated from Beijing, right? Beijing University. Yeah. Beijing University is like a top college in China, kind of like Harvard. I would say just like Harvard from China. And then after you graduated from your 4-year college in computer science, you went to master degree, right? In Beijing University too. Yeah, a master degree. So what's your master thesis on?
It is also computing science and security.
And security. And then you did your PhD also Beijing University, right? And after that, did you just become a professor there?
Yeah, I working in University of Science and Technology Beijing, and the first 5 years, and then I teaching for all the cybersecurity course for our students, and then in 2009 I joined the Peking University as a master degree supervisor.
Professor, right? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And then 2011 I joined Intel as a director.
Okay, so Intel in China, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then you came to Amazon like last year,
Yeah,
2015. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's his career path. So kind of a little bit sharing with you, like he's doing so well at a college and got his master degree, PhD, became a professor, and then started to work for Intel and then Amazon. So that's his career path. Everybody has a little bit of different career path, but I just want to share with you that's one of the very successful path we have here. And without any more questions, we want to just close on time for today. And we want to say thank you so much, Dr. Wang, for sharing your knowledge in cybersecurity and share your career path and your understanding with all of us. Thank you so much. Everybody, if you can say thank you, say thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Yeah. All right. So with that said, we'll let you know. So we will have another meeting same time, 4 p.m. West Coast time next week, Sunday. It will be a topic from Dr. Ganesh. Dr. Ganesh is a data scientist at Apple. Is also very, very top scientist from Apple, best of the technology company. So welcome everybody to come back next week to have a dialogue together. All right. Have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.